And GM, everyone. And I have a special guest co-host today because Adrian is she's doing college tours actually this time. So she's off doing college tours with her junior. And Erica is pinch hitting. We had Rachel Wilkins set to go, and she is heading to the Christie's Art and Tech. She had an opportunity to go to that in New York. So all of a sudden I was like, okay, you got a better offer. I get it. I totally get it. And she's like, don't say it like that. I'm like, yeah, but you did. But Erica, amazing. Thank you so much for like total last minute. Like me last night, like, hey, are you around? So
Why not?
I appreciate you. I love you. I'm like, I love you so much. So Erica is, I think at this point, our most often guest co-host. And I think you're still the only one who's filled in for me. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Lynx. I think Lynx maybe did it once too, but that's it. But you've done it the most for sure.
That other Canadian Farcaster.
We only let Canadians fill in for me because I don't know.
That's your energy. You're an honorary Canadian.
I would love that. If you guys weren't so cold, I would move there. I love Canada. I love the people. The weather, not so much. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get rolling. I'm gonna throw up our intro, and we'll be back in 40 seconds. Welcome to GM Farcaster, bringing you everything from breaking news to spicy memes to the deep lore shaping this vibrant digital community. More than just a show, GM Farcaster is your digital third space where the community connects, the stories unfold, and the culture thrives. Whether you're a daily caster or just dropping by, we've got the latest buzz to keep you plugged in. So grab your coffee and let's dive in with your hosts, Nanish Prof and Adrian, for another episode of GM Farcaster. GM Farcaster. It is Wednesday, July 16th, and you are here with Nanish Prof and Erica for 29 minutes of Farcaster news to start your day. Erica, what are you sipping on there?
That's just black coffee that's left over from yesterday morning.
Like straight up black coffee.
Yep. I was like, I have an 8:30 a.m. start time tomorrow morning. I better be able to just grab and go with the coffee.
I love it. And I'm so glad you're here with us. So we are going to start. We are going to talk about Uno. Promise you. I've lined that up. But first, we're going to start. We were talking a little bit before we started. We're going to talk a little bit about your competitor, technically speaking, but also,
yes,
friendly competitor. The base event is happening today. So the relaunch of Coinbase Wallet and TBA. Which we still don't know what it's called, but I'm thinking the base app, or I don't know. I really don't know. It might be too simple. I might be underthinking it, but I think people are excited. They're excited to see what's what. I think everyone's a little nervous too. Mm-hmm. A little excited. But this is funny. Burt Wurst quote casting, Kekker's quote casting. DWR and 6 about excited for base event tomorrow. So yeah, we are excited. And it is tonight, 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time, which I then sent a message to the trivia team. Should we move the trivia because it's going to be the same time as the base event? And I'm like, then this morning I went, no, it's not. Time zones are hard. Other direction. Totally not at the same time whatsoever.
Plus or minus 3 hours. It's plus or minus.
It went the wrong way. I'm like, no, that's not correct. No. So we can do all the things today. We can do all the things, no problem. But I'm excited. What are you anticipating? Anything? Do you have any alpha? Do you like anything? No, nothing.
Other than having been a beta tester because they slapped the QR code up at FarCon, I downloaded it. I have no alpha actually. Everything that I know is just stuff that we've seen them talk about online. But I think in that sense, I've noticed that information does not spread across the network as much as it used to now that we're bigger. So some of that public knowledge may be alpha to other people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So you've been testing it. I've been testing it as well.
Yes.
What do you think? Like, what's something that you like about it? And then what's something that like you're not excited about?
I think what I like about it is something that I saw other people talking about when they launched it into like the test flight, which was the mini app feed. I think having like a feed dedicated towards the fun interactivity of, the thing that right now makes Farcaster really special and unique compared to other social platforms is a great highlight to put on the experience, because it's really pushing forward this is what's special about us kind of thing.
Yeah, and I like that they also have the categories of the mini apps that are so you can, and also we are sometimes number one in news.
Is that why you like it?
That's another reason. But I do think I think that's really useful. It helps you, kind of locate what your interests are. So I do think that's super useful.
Mini app discovery for sure.
Yeah, definitely needed. And anything you don't like or you're not so far that you've seen that you're like, I don't know if I'd do that.
I think for me, like I'm a product designer like by heart, even though I've been, building for the last year and change now. Obviously I'm going to have my own opinions on the user experience and be like, oh, like I would have done that differently. And I literally did do it differently because
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things about like just user experience things, but without having actual data from your users, those decisions right now are like half,
theory,
data based from other social platforms and then half a gut assumption. So I could be right, they could be right in the decision they made. So nothing like very specific, it's just more of a collection of, oh, you took that set of decisions for the user experience. We took these ones. Let's see what pans out.
See how it plays out. Yeah, for sure. When is Uno going to be available to everybody, by the way? When's that happening?
I feel like you guys ask that question every time.
I know.
We are finally able to say it will be end of summer that we're doing the App Store launch. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay, great. That's good to know. I'm excited to, I do like going into the different experiences, the different clients, and seeing the Farcaster data and like seeing how it's, the different choices like you're talking about. And sometimes it gives you a different perspective. You might find people that you don't find otherwise. I definitely saw that in the Coinbase wallet one, where because of the video feed, I was definitely seeing different people. I was seeing different casts that I hadn't seen before. So sometimes it was serving, and I gave this feedback to them the other day. It was serving some older videos more than the newer stuff that I was seeing on Farcaster, but they're working on that algo and making sure they're giving you relevant stuff. But it was interesting. I like the video feed. I think that's helpful to separate it kind of, because that way, if that's not your thing, you can ignore that and you don't have to even look at it. Like if you're like, I hate the TikTok type of feed, you don't have to look at it, which is great. So I think that's helpful.
That was what we originally had in our last year fall alpha version of Uno, actually, was we had a complete separation of media like that. We had the main feed for multimedia content, and then we had a dedicated video feed. But a year ago, almost at this time, there was like no video content on Farcaster.
None.
And the video content that was on Farcaster was all product demos. So it was not an
even for us, we weren't doing that many clips. Like we weren't putting a lot directly on. We were mostly linking out to our full episode. So, and we've started doing more and more clips over time. But this time last year, I don't think we were doing many at all. So
we were too early. So we cut it and run and switch to what we have now. But I do agree with them on that standpoint. That is something else that I'll call out, is I do think the future is moving towards feeds for different media types. It just is more an effective way to consume content. You don't have to like task switch as much. And I think some of the burden of using multimedia, social media, is from switching between video, images, short form content, long form content, and having to make that decision of, do I want to invest more time into this piece of content? But if you're just on a video feed, or you're scrolling like a Substack or a paragraph feed, where you know everything's going to be a short story, an essay, you know, then it changes how you navigate and interact with that content.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's a great point. And yeah, having those, I think those different feeds or customizable feeds is helpful. Like and I think that's we're going to see more and more of that as it becomes easier to do. I know that's not exactly easy to do. So, but I do think that's super helpful. All right. Well, we'll see how it all goes down and what people think. I'm sure there'll be a lot of feedback today.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, this is Crypto Twitter's first introduction to all this. So that'll be interesting.
We do have a bug reporting funnel in app.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's it's accessible through your profile page to submit bug reports.
I don't even think I noticed that. I didn't even notice that. I just tagged Jesse. Don't do that though. You really shouldn't. I was like, I tagged Jesse in an area, and then like all these other people popped up and answered. So I was like, thank you. But it was really funny. But don't do that. I don't recommend that to everybody. Use the bug report. I just didn't know it was there. Now that we know. And speaking of Jesse, this is from Jesse, the plan for base.farcaster.eth enable builders and creators to originate millions of high quality coins that have real on-chain flywheels and value flows, to make it simple for traders and investors to access them and win over the long term. And the flywheel is just starting to spin. And I think this is interesting because we've seen him lean into, you know, the Zora coins and all of that. And to me, this, you know, the thing that I said when Zora launched was, it doesn't make sense unless it's integrated into a feed.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. When you have to go somewhere else to do that, to collect or whatever, it's less likely. It's less likely. It's way more likely if it's integrated into Coinbase wallet or another or Farcaster or something, because it's just going to make more sense. So I'm expecting that that's coming today, but I could be wrong. But I mean, that's
like pull in Zora protocol content into
like being able to, the only way that makes sense if you want to mint it or collect it or whatever is if it's built right into the feed, where you just click one button and I can either turn this cast I just made into a Zora coin, and also collect it, and with like just a little, you know, navigation. I don't know if it'll be that simple yet, but I know when we talked to Jesse at FarCon, that is something that they were looking at as well. So I think
that's similar to, is it Blue Sky, who on their UI, they put a little signifier of where, what protocol that post was posted from. If you look at Coinbase wallet, soon to be known as TBA, to be determined what TBA stands for. They have the same UI on their casts. They have a little Farcaster arch next to every single cast. So that's actually maybe what it is, because they do have the UI to support saying this is from Zora, this is from Rodeo, this is from Farcaster.
I don't, you know, and I don't know that for sure that that's going to happen, but if it's not happening today, I know it's something they're working on. So
that's something we've also like raised on, the idea of being that top of funnel, you know.
I mean, it's the only way that this number one up here, enable builders and creators to originate millions of high quality coins. That's the only way that makes sense to me, is if it's integrated very easily with a couple clicks, and then it makes a lot of sense. So we'll see.
Or maybe
it's kind of like what
Thinker.
Even with like the coin, do you remember Coineroid that Adrian?
That Adrian did.
And I forget who the other. So I think like thinking like that, but without having to go into a mini app, where you just go click in there and it's in both places. So we'll see. We shall see. We shall see.
This from Adrian McBain Oh, I was just going to confirm it was
And
Adrian McBain and then Tiago who built Where You
Tiago.
At, right?
Tiago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Tiago is who I couldn't remember. I'm like, there was one more.
Yeah.
I probably did most of the technical work and I don't remember what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tiago. I apologize.
Okay, I got you, Tiago.
Yeah. Eric has got you. So there you go, Los Angeles, a new day one. They're ready, getting ready for the big event. I saw some practice things happening and previews, and very exciting. And here is the schedule. Doors are opening at 2 p.m. Pacific time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time. Jesus, I'm telling you.
Great
Not
math
4
there,
p.m.
Prof.
5 p.m. 5 p.m. Eastern
Great
time.
math there.
Yeah, I'm so bad. It's so bad. And then keynote and product update is happening at 3 p.m., which is 6 p.m. Eastern. Hear from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, creator of Base Jesse Pollock, and the builders who are shaping what comes next. And that's exciting, by the way, because we know a lot of them. We know a lot of them. It's, we our friends from Bracky and Farcade, which is now Remix, which I already talked about that. And all those folks. So it's it's going to be really fun. Tyke from Noise is going to be there. So it's like really,
nice.
really interesting. I don't know if TLDR is talking, but I know that he's out in LA for this. So very exciting. And then there's a panel for State of the Creator Economy at 4 p.m. Pacific, which is 7 p.m. Eastern. And that has Gary Vee and Cleo Abram and People Pleaser on it. So that's different. When they first did the preview that said Gary Vee was going to be there, I'm like, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I used to listen to Gary Vee's podcast when I was a baby designer and marketing person. Like, oh,
yeah. I mean, yeah. So that's
he's
interesting.
big.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really it'll be interesting, and I'm curious, how if he's going to be doing anything on there, or if he's just talking about the creator economy in general. Like if he's going to be actually, he doesn't even have a Farcaster account from what I can see. Somebody's squatting on his name, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what he does. And then there's some events that are live if you are in LA. So there you go. That's going to be fun. But we know a lot of our other friends have been working on this as well. Oxbid, Dillstack, all the friends. And Rish, Nanar is ready. Team just scaled onboarding volume for TBA, i.e. number of Farcaster accounts created per minute, set for tomorrow, GN. So that's interesting. Very exciting.
Like what's the expected numbers? Big.
Big. Just big. We don't know. We have no idea. We'll see. And then this from Dillstack. My first day at Base, when I saw the full walkthrough for TBA, I immediately thought, oh my God, these are exactly all the Lego blocks I'd put together if I could. The fact that we now get to introduce this next chapter of Base to the world leaves me feeling very grateful and fired up for tomorrow. It really will be a new day one. So that's some very bullish takes on our friend Dylan. Very exciting. And then this from Say Angel, been traveling, so I'm late to announce, but thank you, Peachy, for the reminder. There will be a live caster chat for tomorrow's TBA stream. Tune in tomorrow, add the mini app for a notification when the chat goes live. The mini app works in TBA after you've created a signer via FC. So there you go. If you want to chat with friends while this is live, this is a great way to do it. So, and then lastly from Aniri, who was here for the first on-chain summer? I was. When Base launched and the internet started to feel different, and I just love that there's it's like,
little nouns.
I got them right here. He's right here. Wait, and so is this one. They're like within reach. They're within hand's reach. They're like right there.
That's so perfect. So, wow.
I'm like, oh, this is so cute. Yeah. So I'm excited about this. I'm a little nervous. I got to be honest. Because we just don't know what this means in terms of user base and who's, if is it, are we going to see a lot of new folks? Are we not? I don't know. So yeah, I'm a little excited but concerned and things like that. And I'm also, I'm excited for all the new clients because I do think, like I said, they bring every single one of them brings a different flavor to it. So we've got a whole bunch of new things that should be launching this year as well. Not just Uno, but also the new DGen client's supposed to launch. I know Cura's been working on things. What else am I missing?
From Seb.
Zapper. That one I've been meaning to test.
Canadian based, by the way.
Oh, really?
It's actually Montreal based. Yeah.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Seb and Zapper have sponsored several nonprofit like Web3 events that me and a team here have run in Montreal.
Oh wow, I had no idea. So have you been trying the Zapper client as well?
No, I'm not on the Zapper beta at all, and that's because it is entirely coin and NFT focused.
Yeah.
And I am probably like the most opposite of a trader that you can get that still works in crypto.
It works in crypto. Have you met Adrian?
Yes, several times, thankfully.
She is very similar. She keeps calling herself a normie, and I'm like, girl, you're no longer a normie. Like, what's in your wallet? So I'm like, and this was my test for her. Do you own any dick butt? Yes, I do. Okay, then you're no longer a normie.
I got airdropped 420,000 dick butt, so it's not, it wasn't me seeking it out.
Same. But also I think I bought some too. You kind of have to have some dick butt in your wallet, or like, are you even here? Are you even alive?
I know.
I mean, really. By the way, at Farcon, I ended up with a shirt too, which was really funny. I don't know if you saw Linda's comment a while back about that. It was really funny about the number of times she says the words dick butt in a meeting. Yeah, it was like, yeah. All right, moving on. Few more things to chat about. We have some other fun things happening today, including trivia at noon today. We have 75,000 DGen on the line. It was worth $333. I'm not even sure. It might be more at this point because DGen keeps pumping. So it's going to be really fun. This is movie trivia today, Erica, by the way, if you're available. It's going to be, yes.
What time is it at again?
Noon Eastern. Noon Eastern.
Cool, thanks. I'll try to make it.
Try and make it if you can. And then also there is the Better Fold poker tournament with Burberry, and that is also today. Same time, but you can join up until 12:30 p.m. Eastern. So you can join right after trivia, and you're on the line is a whole bunch of Better, $better, and shout out to Toady Hawk, friend of the pod, who's been rocking. He's just been killing it with Better and Betterment. So yesterday, and I forgot to pull this cast. I think it was yesterday. No, it was Monday. Sorry. They did their first paragraph post as a collectible for the Betterment spin. So if you're not familiar, Betterment, you collect an NFT. It was just on pods. Now it's paragraph as well. You collect that collect that post, I should say, in that case. And then you get to spin a wheel for some collection of tokens. Sometimes it's Better, sometimes it's noise, sometimes it's something else completely. And so it's really kind of a fun way to support creators and have a chance to win something. So there you go. Yeah, super fun. And then Burberry has joined as the Chief Fun Officer. We're trying to get her on for next week to talk a little more about that. I love titles like that. Only in crypto. Only in crypto can you have these titles.
Chief Fun Officer.
I want to be a Chief Fun Officer. This from Brad Q. Rewards leaderboard results. Sofia Garcia takes, or it might be Garcia, I'm not sure if it's Garcia or Garcia, takes the top spot. And I think insert yourself into the Vibe Tribe. New P number 2, is there an F-seer working harder to create interesting content? And then Coconut Rinds with her second straight top 3. 3 new entries into the top 10, Sienna and Dowdoin and Trumpty at number 9. Down
Troopty.
leaderboard, Trumpty.
There is no M there.
There's no M in there. What was I doing? Sorry about that. Did not mean to do that to you. Trumpty. Down leaderboard, 2 new names with 199.eth at number 19 and Crystal Seasons at number 24. Nice to see Cronella return and take 30 during her 31st B-Day week. Meme coveted 69 goes to Farfit's founder, CXS. Congrats there. Every week, lots of people reaching new tiers and people fighting for the first rewards. Keep an eye out to celebrate with them. And we do see a few other of our usuals on there. JC4P, Kate Cavill, Afro Chicks, Bert Wurst, of course, our friend Bert, who we love.
Yeah, I love it when people make the top 10 after criticizing Farcaster the whole week.
Always fun.
It's great. I think it's such a healthy environment. Totally. This is valuable information that you're giving a team. Your critics are sometimes your best, users, your heaviest critics. Yeah.
And we've seen that a lot over the years.
Yes.
We've seen it less so recently in a constructive way, but I do think it's useful. It's always useful. And this is not, this is the Jeff Goldberg approach to game leaderboard. Jeff, we love you. We love you, Jeff. But I mean that in the way that they are providing honest and valuable feedback while still earning on the leaderboard.
Yeah. And not pulling their punches either. I think a lot of people, when giving feedback, pull punches and then don't actually give the feedback that they wanted to.
Yeah. And I have, I sometimes, think things could be phrased a little differently or done a little differently, but it's all good. It's all good.
Multifaceted humans.
Yeah. And speaking of developer rewards, they 2x the developer rewards, twice as many eligible mini apps, twice as much money. So weekly developer rewards, 5,000 to 10,000 now per week, and 50 apps to 100 apps. So more people will be earning rewards, and the rewards did go up, similar to what they did with the weekly rewards. So that is pretty cool to see. And there you go. There's also from Deodad down there. Great to see that. I like to see that. I want to see the people getting rewarded who are building.
Yeah.
And this from V, are you running into video issues? Reply if you want to help beta test a new video player. We'll add you to a group, enable the new player for you, and ask you for feedback if you see things are broken. I don't know if it got done for me. I'll have to double check. So how are you guys handling video in Uno, by the way?
We are building fully Swift native. So the way we're handling it is entirely different from Merkle, since they're building React Native.
Okay.
I can say from when we built our React Native client back in the fall, that video was something that we struggled a lot with. And I am not jealous of the team who has to pick apart all of that code and find out why it's bugging.
Why? What is the big difference, do you think? What makes it different that it makes it so much more difficult?
Video, it puts a lot of stress on the system. It's high quality content that has high throughput. It's a frame, 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. It's just a lot for a system to handle.
Okay.
And then when you add React Native into the mix, that adds multiple levels between the end user experience, the code that the end user interacts with, and the actual code that's running on the device. Because Swift Native uses the native APIs and modules of the device's operating system. And so they're like this. But when you add React Native, you're suddenly writing in React, but then that has to be compiled down into Swift and then interact with the native modules. So from that step where you're compiling or translating, let's say, React into Swift, there can be some mismatches there that aren't perfect or the most optimized version of the code for Swift itself, but it might be more optimized for Android or web, and you just never know exactly how it's going to compile down. So that's why it's so tough to debug.
Okay. Because that's been some of, the feedback we were just talking about, or the criticism. That was some of what JC4P was picking up on, with some bugs. And he's like, why is this so difficult? And he said, honestly, I'm asking, why is this so difficult to fix? So that's kind of interesting to hear that perspective, because I don't know any of that in terms of the technical side.
Debugging is difficult with those types of things. And it might be that you just need to build your own custom library for it, which negates the helpfulness of React Native. So it's a tough spot to be in, and I don't wish to be there.
I wonder how Base is doing it, because they seem to be doing it differently. And I also noticed that you hit upload, but then it uploads after with theirs. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't, if you're on there, instead of any with images or video. And as opposed to with Farcaster, it's uploading and processing before you hit cast. On that one, you hit cast in Coinbase, in the Coinbase wallet, and then it does the uploading and processing.
It probably saves them a bunch of CDN bandwidth, honestly, to like only process if the user actually clicks upload. We do optimistic processing. So when you upload an image, we're uploading it to our CDN right away, even if you remove it, because we want you to be able to cast and have it instantly show up. With videos, we'll have to do background processing, because that's just, it can take like a minute, sometimes.
Yeah, depending on how long, etc. All right, moving on. This from Linda. I'm creating a mini app vibe coder group chat on Farcaster for folks to ask questions and help support each other. DM me if you want to get added specifically for vibe coding mini apps. We'll remove if spammy. So don't be spammy in that group chat. But if you're building mini apps and you want to be added in, see Linda. I'm going to be building a mini app with Linda on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. So I'll decide whether to join that chat after we do that. Since I'm not officially a mini app vibe coder yet. So we'll see how that goes. My biggest challenge is figuring out which idea I want to tackle. And I'm trying to pick like a simple one, but also something fun. And so we'll see. I have too many ideas.
I'm sure I'll choose a great one.
I'm sorting through now. Yeah, we'll see. Just a reminder that that V is going back to dev calls, and this includes this Thursday, so tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern, if I've done any of my math right today whatsoever. So if you have been missing these calls because he took them away for a couple months and then realized that was a bad idea, now they're back, go join in. I'm sure that's going to be helpful, especially with so much going on. So
yes. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. This from Grin. Yo fam, if you're not vibing with Nanar AI yet, what are you doing? This app is straight up next level, for real. Don't get left on red. Pull up and flex your brain power. Link below. Don't sleep. Grin trying to access an inner Gen Z or something. I don't know what's going on there.
He probably used the Nanar AI for it, is what I'm assuming. Right? Can't be Grin.
That was funny though. It sounded nothing like him, but the point of this is go check out the Nanar AI. There you go. And this is what Adrian's working with them to try and figure out a way for us to do a like daily update, short daily update. So working on that. This from Arbitrum. Arbitrum launched. I think Arbitrum picked a bad week to do this, but here you go. We're leaping into the Farcaster ecosystem because we believe DeFi can be the backbone for viral social mini apps and consumer-friendly finance, starting with integrations from NoiseApp, Clanker, 9 Lives by Bayaji, and Bungee Exchange, plus mini app creations from JC4P, Kenny, GM on Chain.eth, and Compulsory. along with $2,500 in weekly rewards for mini app devs. So that's exciting. If you're developing mini apps and you want to build on Arbitrum, here's an opportunity to be rewarded. So, and there's details about all the different things they just launched in terms of mini apps, etc. You can go check it out in this thread, and it will be in the show notes. So very cool. Good to see yet another chain leaning in.
Yeah,
we like to see it.
We need all of them. Keep them
all
coming.
Of them. All of them. This from Colin. Coins are now live for everyone on Paragraph, a new way to back ideas and get rewarded alongside the writers who spark them. Writers earn from your ideas, no subs or paywalling needed. Readers support posts you love, amplify great writing, and share in the upside. And then you can read the announcement below. So this will be an interesting approach. I don't know. We'll see about this. This is kind of my same feeling on so there you go. It gives you more information there as well when you open up the app. It's my same feeling about Zora coins. So we'll see. It has to be integrated more easily into the feed, and then in the ability to do that. I think like it is in Paragraph more integrated, but we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But also subscribe to our weekly update. We do a little weekly recap, and we'd love for you to subscribe. And this from Sahil. Cura is making it easy to discover channels. Now you can surface the best content across topics you love, powered by Farcaster channels. Try the app. Why? Some of the best content about your fave topic or interest lives in channels. Most new users land on Farcaster, stumble upon channels, and aren't sure what to do next. We want to make it easy for users to discover channels they vibe with. Channels with quality conversations want these to be persistent, not lost in an ephemeral feed. And power users want to double click on certain topics and don't know which channels have high signal users and content. So there you go. You can now go into topics and then dive in more into different channel feeds. So very cool. Oops. I don't want to add it right now. But you can see the feed right here. Click in, and then you'll see more information from those channels as well. So, or you can avoid them completely if you don't want to dive into the politics channel. Quite understandable. Tech and founders, things like that. So very cool. Just saying. I go in and out.
Yeah.
Moments, and then I have moments where I'm like, no.
Bandwidth low.
Yeah, exactly. Bandwidth low. And this from Erica. Another look at what happens when you don't put the spam filter on. 37 plus one-word replies to a single cast that continued to come in while recording. With more bots, agents coming online, spam filters, affinity algorithms, or whatever you choose to call them, will become even more important to the end user experience. It will take continuous tinkering, learning, experimenting to get them right and keep them efficient at doing what they're supposed to do, sorting out content that is just not relevant to you. So this was in regards to Christopher saying we're testing notification filters this week. Notifications won't be pushed if our affinity prediction is too low, e.g. you don't know the user is likely spammy, their overall engagement is super asymmetrical. For context, this is what life is like without algorithms. So so that's very cool. So that is trying to help us like sort of filter all that out. Right now, primarily what Farcaster's doing is putting it in the show more replies part of it, I'm assuming, kind of filtering it out.
So there's two different filters that they have, and also two different areas that are being filtered that we're talking about. So this is specifically the notification stream. So just figuring out like the activity that's coming in, do you want to be notified about it? Like, do you care that this one random person liked your cast, or do you care more that someone you know replied to your cast? And that's what we're trying to balance here. What I'm talking about in my cast is just the spam filter on the protocol, like in the feed.
Okay.
We took off the Farcaster spam label, which is like the 0 or 2 label.
Okay.
And to see. And also it was on accident at first. And then I was like, why am I getting so many notifications? And it was because
That
the
was
spam
why.
label was off. We like took
Wow.
off the brakes essentially. And it's insane. I think I wanted to suggest to Horsefacts that they do a purge day once a month where they take off the spam filter and just let everyone see like
The
how much
insanity.
of a mess it is.
Yeah.
Because recently there's just been a lot of like criticism on the algorithm
Right.
and stuff like that. And it's because they're experimenting with it. That's what you have to do to find the good algorithm, is you have to tinker with it. And sometimes the tinkering will go wrong.
Yeah.
Which it did like a week ago or whatever, when my follow feed was full of people that I'd never followed
Yes.
or like interacted with. So I think that's a little bit of what we were trying to show here too, is just like, hey, it's been a very long time since any of us have actually had to deal with spam that were on the network before this existed. Here's a friendly reminder of like how
What it
bad
looks
it
like.
is now. Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it obviously sucks, you know.
So all the
have
low effort
people.
replies are back. Wow.
Exactly. Yes.
Not good. Yeah.
And also reactions and mentions. Like if Christopher tags me in something, within an hour, I will have 100 casts literally copy and pasting what he tagged me in. And so it'll just
we're
be,
not seeing those right now because of the spam labels.
Exactly.
But if you take that off, that's what you see. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it destroys your experience. It genuinely, like I had it off for a day while I was testing out notifications and I wanted to throw my phone at a wall. Like I was like, I'm done with this. Like I can't even filter through using the tools that I built to filter through notifications to find the ones that I want to engage with. So,
that's really interesting because I do think there's a lot of discussion and a lot of pushback on the spam filtering. And yes, some people do get marked as spam. They shouldn't be. That's definitely a problem. But I love that you're kind of talking about the other side of it as well. So I think that's important. Yes to Crypto has a question. How can we join Uno Beta? Is that still open to join?
Uno Beta is not open to join anymore because we are gearing up to actually release to App Store. So we're not taking any more testers as of right now. But in a month-ish, you will be able to join as an actual full user.
Yeah, awesome. There we go. So very close, very soon. Everyone will be Unoing, and not the game,
Yes,
folks.
not the game.
Not the game, Sigwider. By the way, Sigwider, while I have you here, I am unable to tag you right now, and I don't know why. So I don't know if you're doing an unfollow kind of situation or something, but trying to tag you for chatting, and I haven't been able to. Just random note while I've got you here. Couple more quick things. The new DGen app is out from Yasik. This is from Yasik. Hey, DGens, our new mini app just dropped, making it super easy to tip DGen on Farcaster. All tips happen on Base, and it'll support Coinbase TBA wallet going live tomorrow. Try it here. Similar to other tipping apps, but just with DGen. So you do your approvals, etc. There's also some airdrops and lottery happening. So I'm assuming that's similar to like a raindrop kind of situation. So very cool. Launching today, or launched yesterday. Actually, it's already out. There we go. And this from Tippin. Tippin allocations are refreshed. A number of new allocations have been granted for week 2. So open the tipintern.com mini app to check eligibility and see your new allocations. Also, say hi to Tipepe, who will be jumping in to assist folks with their Tippin if they need it. Okay, Tipepe. Happy Tippin Tuesday. So Tippin's been taking off. I kept getting tagged by other people saying I had an allocation, but I'd go into the app and it would say I don't have an allocation. So it's very confusing. I don't know what was going on there. But just to let you know, I don't think I did. So
I think you have to stake something to get an allocation.
I did stake some stuff, but that was after. Okay. But also, I think there's a few different reasons. There's a few different ways that they were determining allocations. And some of that was related to what you're staking, but some of it wasn't. It was just related to, So anyway, if you have an allocation, go check it out. But also you can add in your own tokens to tip out as well. So it works very similar to noise. And lastly, speaking of tipping, this from Jeff. Tipping doesn't improve content quality or materially contribute to growing this place. Okay. So then there was a discussion, of course, going on down here, but I'm curious, especially for those in the chat. Oh, you have an allocation. You have an allocation, but you must approve USDC and configure to tip in order to see it. Oh, thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. I didn't realize. Because every time when I go in, it says no allocation. So I'm like, I don't know what you people are talking about. I don't have an allocation. Okay. So here's how I see this tipping thing, and I'd love to get your take on it, and also anyone in the chat. No, it's not going to make your content better. However, it is going to encourage, help motivate, etc., those who do create good content to come back and continue doing it. Because when you're doing, especially high level, especially I'm thinking somebody like Naomi, Afro Chicks.
Yeah.
You know, where they're really, you know, there's a serious skill there, there's a serious effort there. The content she's doing a lot of times is, you know, Farcaster first or only on Farcaster, things like that. We want more of that. I do anyway. So this is a way to like and continue to encourage those who are creating quality content to keep doing it. And then hopefully over time for those who also do create some quality content to move on over and see that there's a benefit to doing it here rather than on traditional social media where you may earn nothing, especially those who are maybe don't have huge followings but are really good at what they do. So that's how I see that. Thoughts?
100%. Yeah.
I almost called you Adrian. Thoughts, Erica?
I mean, we do look kind of similar now that we both have bangs.
You do have bangs, yes.
I think, yeah. I think it will obviously encourage higher quality content from a subset of creators that are really good creators. And of course, it will motivate a bunch of AI slop at the same time.
Absolutely.
It's a double-edged sword in that sense. And you cannot offer rewards to content creators without also subsequently opening the floodgates for AI bots and AI slop to enter.
And there's just going to have to be some efforts around, you know, blocking or whatever, or, you know, disallowing, you know, you're not going to earn if it's just all AI slop kind of stuff. But if it's good AI, then great. You know, I don't know. There's all different things. I've seen some great AI, what some people might consider slop, I find funny. We'll see. But and Adrian's working on, we're working on our own AI slop. We're working on some like with taking Warpy and making Warpy a little AI character too. So we'll see.
I did see the video of Warpy trying to talk.
Warpy trying to talk, and she's working on different voices and stuff too to see what was best.
Great.
Easy in crypto, tipping culture is definitely a positive to have in the mix. I agree. This from Ice Toad. I was talking to the Tippin dev yesterday about how all the various flows of Tippin, USDC, etc. flow. With that mini app, it's rather complicated. All right, interesting, good to know. And then this is a good point. It's up to the community to determine who they want to tip, and if most choose high quality users, then it can work well, right? So the big thing is finding ways to make sure that we don't end up with these. I'm looking for a better word than circle jerk. You know, like rings. Yeah, I know. Like I'm looking for a better word. Like tipping rings. Like you don't want that. And we always see people gaming the system. DGen had that. So, you know, shout out Yasik and DGen who were tackling this issue first and early and wanting to, you know, bring that opportunity to everybody, but also had to tackle those kind of, you know, how do we deal with people who are just tipping each other? How do we, you know, manage that, et cetera, et cetera. So that's always going to be an issue. To me, it's less of an issue when you're tipping your own funds. It's more of an issue when you're tipping other people's funds. So we'll see. But I do think it's, don't feed the farmers. Exactly. Don't feed the farmers. But, you know, or extractors, farmers, it depends. You can farm well, you can farm and have good content and things like that. And you can farm in a way that's
you can
very
farm and be an
engagement.
active participant and contributor to the network 100% and still farm tips.
Yeah,
totally.
Exactly. So it just depends on, and the other thing is, as you're tipping and as you're giving, maybe this is also another way to be a little more discriminating with your likes, a little more discriminating with your recasts, all that kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll have to just continue to see how it plays out, and it will, things will adjust as we go. But I think today will be a big day, and we'll see how things go from here.
Big day.
So get ready. Brace yourselves. I don't know. Could be nothing. Remember when we went permissionless?
Oh my
way
God.
Back when, and we were all like, and we got well, I know you didn't get your OG token at first. But anyway,
I never got it actually. I never got an OG NFT. No.
I don't think you can anymore. Anyway.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can't. Zorgene.
Yeah, I was at 97 followers and you needed 100 on the day.
You needed 100.
So I technically could have emailed Dan, I think, at that point and been like, hey, give me an NFT.
He would have. He would have.
He would have. He did give some people, but I was nervous and I don't like asking for things.
Oh, that's funny.
So,
but looking back, you probably should have.
I should have.
Yeah. So, but right when that was happening, everyone was like, oh my God, brace yourselves. They're all coming. And then it was like, wah, wah. It was fine. Right. And until DGen and Frames Friday happened, that's when we saw the big influx.
Which was early January, I think. And it went permissionless like mid-September or around there. I think
it was.
So it took like 3 or 4 months.
A few months. Yeah. Took a few months. Yeah, DGen was towards the end of January, and Frames Friday, I think, was February, or was the last. It was either the last Friday of January, or like the first Friday of February, something like that.
Yeah, it was when they did that crazy Friday shipping, where it was like for 4 or 5 weeks straight, every Friday was just this new thing, and everyone was like, "Dan, you can't do this at 5 p.m. on a Friday."
Yeah, can you stop
this, please? I want to go outside on the weekend.
Nobody went outside that weekend. No. Not a soul went outside that weekend.
5 weeks straight. I wasn't even developing
I wasn't even developing frames. I was just using them all, and I couldn't look away. I'm like, what's next? Yeah. And also on my on my thing, this is a Girl Scout cookie box.
Cookies.
This is the DGen. Yeah, it's because it's green. But yeah, the Girl Scout cookie box is also handy. Frames Friday souvenir. All right, this has been great. Thank you so much. It's been amazing to have you here.
Lovely morning.
It's been a lovely morning. Thanks everybody for joining in the chat, and we'll be back with GM Farcaster next Monday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern, and we will have Jesse Pollock joining us around noon on Monday, and we'll break down everything that happens today and give a recap. Friday, I will be on with Linda at 2 p.m. Eastern, vibe coding a mini app, which should be incredible entertainment to watch me struggle with that. So highly recommend. It should be ridiculous. And then also today, don't forget, we do have trivia happening at noon Eastern. Go register, come join us, and try to win. Test your movie trivia and try to win some DGen. So that's it. All right. Anything else, Erica, that you want to shout out before we wrap?
No, I'm great.
All right.
I'll shout out everyone posting Taco Bell content on the feed. Love it. There are a few people who have started to post a lot of Taco Bell content, and I'm like,
more.
Give me
more Taco Bell content for Erica, please.
Yes, please.
Okay. Shout out Cassie. Probably Taco Bell's biggest fan. Cassie, more Taco Bell, please. All right. And with that, everybody, we will see you later. Have a great rest of your week. And with that, everybody, bye-bye.